Welcome to Golden Flame Stars. Today we honor the music legends whose voices once shook the world and now live on in memory. Some left us far too soon. Others carried their scars for decades, but each turned pain, faith, and struggle into songs that still echo in our hearts. If their stories ever moved you, a simple like is a quiet thank you and a final farewell. Prince turned rebellion, sensuality, and genius into a sound entirely his own. Despite fame's chaos, he guarded his art fiercely, creating fearlessly until the end. He died in 2016, at 57, from an accidental fentanyl overdose, forever remembered as a creator who refused boundaries. Bob Marley turned struggle, faith, and rebellion into songs that felt like prayers for the oppressed. Fame carried him from Trenchtown to the world, even as illness spread through his body. He died in 1981, at 36, from melanoma, leaving behind hymns of resistance and spiritual freedom. George Michael turned shyness into seduction, crafting pop anthems that had private battles with identity, grief, and addiction. The spotlight both empowered and exposed him, as scandals collided with vulnerability. He died in 2016, at 53, from heart and liver disease, remembered as a fragile soul with a golden voice. Marvin Gaye turned desire, doubt, and protest into some of soul music's most haunting confessions. The Prince of Motown carried church wounds, industry battles, and addiction as fame intensified every fracture. He died in 1984, at 45, after being shot by his father during a violent argument at home, a devastating end to a searching life. John Denver carried open skies, mountains, and quiet loneliness in songs that made the world dream of simpler lives. Fame brought TV specials, tours, and pressure he never fully outran, along with personal turmoil and broken relationships. He died in 1997, at 53, in a plane crash, leaving nature's songwriter unheard mid-song. Karen Carpenter rapped aching vulnerability in a voice so soft it felt almost fragile to touch. Behind the polished pop perfection were crushing insecurities and a battle with an eating disorder that fame only intensified. She died in 1983, at 32, from heart failure caused by complications of anorexia, a devastating loss to pop music. Aretha Franklin turned gospel fire into soul's most commanding voice, singing through heartbreak, inequality, and private battles few ever saw. Her strength shaped generations, even as illness shadowed her later years. She died in 2018, at 76, from pancreatic cancer, forever the voice of dignity and power. Frank Sinatra sang like a man forever negotiating between swagger and heartbreak, turning loneliness into lush, cinematic torch songs. Fame pulled him through scandals, political ties, and turbulent love affairs. He died in 1998, at 82, from a heart attack, remembered as the voice of late-night longing. Louis Armstrong rose from extreme poverty to redefine jazz with a trumpet tone full of joy, grit, and survival. Behind the wide smile were memories of violence, racism, and hunger he never forgot. He died in 1971, at 69, from heart failure, still echoing through every jazz stage. Johnny Cash carried faith, guilt, and redemption in every note of his voice. From the cotton fields to country stardom, he battled darkness and addiction, yet music and love always pulled him back. He died in 2003 at age 71 from complications related to diabetes, proving that even a broken heart can sing something that saves the world. Michael Jackson transformed childhood pain and impossible expectations into groundbreaking music and movement. Behind the global stardom were loneliness, scrutiny, and a life lived under relentless pressure. He died in 2009, at 50, from acute propofol intoxication, leaving behind a legacy both brilliant and haunted. Ray Charles saw music with a clarity his blind eyes could never limit. Blending gospel, jazz, and R&B, he turned pain into genius while fighting addiction and deep wounds. He died in 2004 at age 73 from acute liver disease, reminding the world that even brilliance has its cracks. Leonard Cohen whispered about desire, faith, and despair with a poet's precision and a gravel-deep voice. He found late life fame heavier and more complicated than it appeared from afar. He died in 2016, at 82, from complications of a fall, leaving behind quiet hymns for the brokenhearted. Elvis Presley rose from a poor Southern boy to the king of rock and roll, pouring restlessness, desire, and vulnerability into his voice. Fame trapped him inside Graceland with crushing pressure, isolation, and pills meant to keep the show going. He died in 1977 at 42 from a heart attack. Luciano Pavarotti carried both warmth and thunder in a voice that made opera feel human to millions. Behind the ovations were exhausting tours, public scrutiny, and private battles with health. He died in 2007, at 71, from pancreatic cancer, remembered as the tenor who made grandeur feel intimate. Nina Simone fused classical training with soul, rage, and vulnerability, singing as if every note were a verdict. Fame never protected her from racism, exile, and inner storms. She died in 2003 at 70, after years of illness, her songs still weapons and wounds in equal measure. Tammy Wynette turned marital heartbreak and Southern struggle into country anthems that felt like midnight confessions. Behind the big hair and rhinestones were failed marriages, chronic pain, and addiction to painkillers that slowly wore her down. She died in 1998, at 55, from heart failure, the uneasy queen of country sorrow. Patsy Cline poured heartache and longing into country songs that felt both tender and unbreakable. Fame lifted her from honky-tonks to the Grand Ole Opry, even as exhaustion and fear shadowed constant travel. She died in 1963, at 30 in a plane crash, leaving country music mid-sentence. Roy Orbison wrapped operatic loneliness in dark glasses and a trembling tenor that made heartbreak sound majestic. Success could not erase his private tragedies, including the loss of his wife and children. He died in 1988, at 52, from a heart attack, still chasing new musical horizons. Hank Williams turned rural sorrow, whiskey-soaked nights, and restless faith into stark country hymns that rewrote American music. Behind the hits were chronic pain, addiction, and a heart failing far too soon. He died in 1953, at 29, from heart failure worsened by alcohol and prescription drugs. Kurt Cobain, the voice of Nirvana and the grunge movement. Known for Smells Like Teen Spirit, he battled lifelong depression, addiction, and the overwhelming pressure of sudden superstardom. He died in 1994, at 27, from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, becoming one of rock's most tragic and unforgettable figures. Sid Vicious, the chaotic face of the Sex Pistols, he embodied punk rebellion with My Way and his violent stage presence. Behind the image were heroin addiction, legal troubles, and a toxic relationship with Nancy Spungen. He died in 1979, at 21, from a heroin overdose while awaiting trial. Amy Winehouse, the powerhouse behind Back to Black, her soulful voice revived modern rock soul. Yet fame magnified her battles with addiction, toxic relationships, and relentless media pressure. She died in 2011, at 27, from alcohol poisoning, leaving behind a legacy of brilliance marked by heartbreaking vulnerability. Cass Elliot, the warm, soaring voice of the Mamas and the Papas. Known for California Dreamin', she faced brutal body shaming, depression, and industry battles over her image. She died in 1974, at 32, from heart failure, ending a life of talent overshadowed by the pressures of fame. Dolores O'Riordan, the haunting voice of the Cranberries, famous for Zombie and Linger, she struggled quietly with bipolar disorder, trauma, and overwhelming fame. She died in 2018, at 46, by accidental drowning due to alcohol intoxication, leaving behind a voice that still echoes with ache and sincerity. Karen Carpenter, the angelic voice of the Carpenters, she battled crippling perfectionism and a devastating eating disorder hidden behind her calm smile. She died in 1983, at 32, from heart failure caused by anorexia, becoming one of rock's most heartbreaking cautionary tales. Wendy O. Williams, the explosive voice of the Plasmatics, she pushed rock to extremes with fearless, shocking performances. Yet she fought depression, industry rejection, and years of emotional turmoil. She died in 1998, at 48, by suicide, remembered as one of rock's most intense and misunderstood figures. Chester Bennington, the powerful voice of Linkin Park, known for Numb and In the End, he carried lifelong trauma, addiction, and severe depression beneath his success. He died in 2017 at 41 by suicide, leaving millions shaken by the loss of a voice that helped them survive their own darkness. Bon Scott, the wild, raspy voice of AC/DC, known for Highway to Hell, he struggled with alcoholism and the exhausting pace of nonstop touring. He died in 1980 at 33 after choking on his own vomit while heavily intoxicated, leaving the band at the edge of collapse. Tom Petty, the voice behind Free Fallon and American Girl, he hid years of pain, depression, a failing marriage, and secret struggles with opioid addiction. He died in 2017 at 67 from an accidental overdose, ending a career built on heartland rock honesty and resilience. Gregg Allman, the soulful voice of the Allman Brothers Band. Known for Midnight Rider, he faced addiction, the deaths of loved ones, and years of personal turmoil. He died in 2017 at 69 from liver cancer, closing the chapter of a life marked by brilliance, tragedy, and Southern rock legacy. Chris Cornell, the soaring voice of Soundgarden and Audioslave. Known for Black Hole Sun, he battled lifelong depression, addiction, and the crushing pressures of fame. He died in 2017 at 52 by suicide, leaving behind a legacy of haunting power and emotional honesty in modern rock. Lane Staley, the anguished voice of Alice in Chains. Known for Man in the Box and Rooster, he battled severe heroin addiction and crippling depression for years. He died in 2002 at 34 from a drug overdose, his haunting voice forever tied to the pain he could never escape. Jeff Buckley, celebrated for his ethereal version of Hallelujah, he carried deep emotional turmoil and felt overwhelmed by rising fame. He died in 1997 at 30 after accidentally drowning in the Mississippi River, leaving behind a brief yet profoundly influential legacy. Ronnie James Dio, the powerful voice behind Rainbow, Black Sabbath, and Holy Diver, he spent decades chasing perfection while fighting industry pressure and constant touring fatigue. He died in 2010 at 67 from stomach cancer, leaving metal and rock without one of its greatest vocal warriors. Whitney Houston, though known for pop soul powerhouses like I Will Always Love You, she brought rock intensity to every stage. Behind the glory were years of addiction, an abusive marriage, and overwhelming fame. She died in 2012 at 48 by accidental drowning linked to drug use, ending a magnificent yet tragic life. Freddie Mercury, the flamboyant and fearless frontman of Queen, his unmatched vocals and theatrical genius redefined rock performance. He died in 1991 at 45 from AIDS-related complications, yet his energy and artistry remain immortal. Freddie's legacy continues to inspire courage, creativity, and the freedom to be unapologetically oneself. John Lennon, the soulful voice and visionary mind behind the Beatles, He shaped a generation with songs of love and peace like Imagine and All You Need Is Love. He was 40 when he was tragically shot and killed in 1980 outside his New York home by Mark David Chapman, a Disturbed fan. His legacy of hope, peace, and artistic courage still echoes through time. Janis Joplin, the soul of psychedelic rock, she turned pain into power with her raspy, emotional voice. Hits like Piece of My Heart made her a legend. She died in 1970 at 27 from a heroin overdose, leaving behind a legacy of raw, fearless expression. Ozzy Osbourne, the wild, magnetic frontman of Black Sabbath, he transformed heavy metal with dark power and raw emotion. He passed away on July 22, 2025, at age 76, after years of health struggles. Forever the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy's fearless spirit and haunting voice continue to define the soul of rock rebellion. Gary Brooker, the soulful voice and pianist of Procol Harum, immortalized by a whiter shade of pale. He passed away in 2022 at age 76, after a battle with cancer, remembered for his elegance, emotion, and timeless contribution to classic rock. Gary Wright, the singer and keyboardist behind the dreamy hit Dreamweaver, blending rock with early synthesizer magic. He passed away in 2023 at age 80, after battling Parkinson's and Lewy body dementia, leaving behind a legacy of spiritual and melodic rock. Ozzy Osbourne, the wild, magnetic frontman of Black Sabbath, he transformed heavy metal with dark power and raw emotion. He passed away on July 22, 2025, at age 76, after years of health struggles. Forever the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy's fearless spirit and haunting voice continue to define the soul of rock rebellion. Connie Francis, born December 12, 1937, passed away on July 17, 2025, at 87, after recurring health issues. One of the most popular vocalists of the 1950s and 60s, she gave the world classics like Who's Sorry Now. Her voice defined an era of American pop. Lonnie Anderson, born August 5, 1945, passed away on August 3, 2025, just before her 80th birthday, from uterine leiomyosarcoma. Beloved as Jennifer Marlowe on WKRP in Cincinnati, she became a TV favorite. Her charm, beauty, and comedic talent made her unforgettable. Nancy King, born June 5, 1940, passed away on August 5, 2025, at 85 from natural causes. A jazz singer known for her improvisation and scat, she brought energy and artistry to the stage. Her voice carried the spirit of American jazz for decades. Roberta Flack, born February 10, 1937, died on February 24, 2025, aged 88, after ALS. A legendary singer and pianist, she gave the world Killing Me Softly and other ballads. Her voice combined delicacy and power that comforted generations. Angie Stone, born December 18, 1961, passed away on March 1, 2025, at age 63 in a car accident. An R&B and soul artist, she first gained fame with the Sequence before a celebrated solo career. Her voice blended strength and warmth, inspiring generations. Johnny Rodriguez, born December 10, 1951, passed on May 9, 2025, at age 73 after a stroke. One of country music's first Latino stars, he brought cultural pride and heartfelt storytelling. His songs defined a generation and opened doors for future artists. Marian Faithfull, born December 29, 1946, passed on January 30, 2025, at age 78. The British singer and actress rose with as tears go by. Her journey of fame, struggle, and redemption gave her music profound resonance. Sam Moore was the high, urgent voice at the heart of Sam and Dave, the duo that helped define soul music in the 1960s. With songs like Soul Man, Hold On, I'm Coming, and When Something Is Wrong With My Baby, he turned gospel fire into raw, electrifying R&B that spoke to struggle and pride. Behind the showmanship were years of addiction, turmoil, and a long fight to reclaim his life and his rights as an artist. He died in 2025 at 89 in Coral Gables, Florida, from complications while recovering from surgery, leaving behind one of soul's most powerful voices. Lenny Welch was one of those voices that could make a standard feel brand new, even if you'd heard it 100 times. Born in New York City and raised in Asbury Park, he carried the polish of pop and the ache of early soul. His 1963 recording of Since I Fell For You became a defining slow dance classic, followed by lush takes on songs like Ebb Tide and You Don't Know Me. When the hits faded, he quietly reinvented himself, finishing his education and singing on commercials while still performing for devoted fans. He died in 2025 at 86 after a long illness. Bobby Whitlock brought Southern grit and gospel fire to rock music, first around Stax Records in Memphis, and then with Delaney and Bonnie. His life changed when he joined Eric Clapton to form Derek and the Dominoes, co-writing and singing on the legendary album Layla and other assorted love songs, including Bell Bottom Blues. The band burned out quickly, but those sessions became a blueprint for aching, blues-soaked rock. Whitlock spent the rest of his life making solo records, collaborating widely, and eventually turning to painting as another outlet for emotion. He died in 2025 at 77 after a battle with cancer. Rick Davies was the quiet architect behind Supertramp, an English pianist and singer who blended blues, jazz, and art rock into sleek, sophisticated pop. His Wurlitzer lines and wry, cynical lyrics-powered songs like Goodbye Stranger, Bloody Well Right, and much of the Grammy-winning album Breakfast in America. While bandmate Roger Hodgson often took the spotlight, Davies was the constant member, steering the group through decades of changing tastes and internal tensions. Away from the stage, he lived a relatively private life with his wife, Sue. He died in 2025 at 81 from complications of multiple myeloma. Eddie Palmieri was the storm at the piano, fusing jazz, salsa, and Afro-Caribbean rhythms into something explosive and new. Raised in New York by Puerto Rican parents, he formed La Perfecta and helped invent the hard, trombone-driven sound of New York salsa. Albums like Azucar Pa T, Harlem River Drive, and The Son of Latin Music reshaped Latin jazz and earned him the first ever Grammy for a Latin recording, followed by many more. Fiercely proud of his culture, he fought for Latin music to be taken seriously. He died in 2025 at 88 after a long illness. Jane Morgan was the picture of mid-century elegance, a traditional pop singer who had to leave America to be discovered. She first found fame in Paris and London before the US finally embraced her velvet-voiced hits like Fascination and The Day the Rains Came. She moved easily between nightclubs, television, and Broadway, collecting 6 gold records along the way and becoming a favorite of high society audiences. In later years, she stepped back from the spotlight, but remained a symbol of glamour and grace. She died in 2025 at 101 from natural causes. Thank you for watching. Behind every anthem and every unforgettable performance lies a story of struggle, sacrifice, and unstoppable spirit. These rock icons may be gone, or growing older, but their voices remain eternal. If their journeys moved you, remember to like, share, and tell us which legend touched your heart the most. Stay with us for more stories behind the stars, only on Golden Flame Stars.